Breaking. The UK government has effectively just fired itself. Yes, you heard that correctly. A political earthquake just shook Britain to its core. Minutes ago, Parliament officially dissolved. Every single MP gone. Every seat wiped clean. The entire system just hit a hard reset, and the United Kingdom now stands at the edge of one of the most dramatic, unpredictable, high-pressure elections in decades. This isn't politics as usual. This is the kind of moment that future documentaries will talk about. This is history unfolding. And you're right here watching it. Moments ago, King Charles III signed the Dissolution Order, the centuries-old constitutional ritual that shuts Parliament down and puts power firmly in the hands of the people. And then came the image already dominating headlines. The Prime Minister standing outside number 10 Downing Street, soaked in pouring rain, delivering his speech as thunderous clouds rolled over London. A scene so cinematic, so haunting. Many are already calling it symbolic, almost poetic, or perhaps prophetic. Rain dripping from his hair, his voice echoing over the sound of wind, as if the weather itself was making commentary. No laws can pass, no debates can take place, no political business as usual. Britain is entering political lockdown until voters decide who runs the nation next. And listen, if you want to follow every twist in this story, because trust me, this will be messy, this will be dramatic, and this will not be a clean fight, hit subscribe right now. We are going to break down every decision, every scandal, every poll swing, every debate blow up, every behind the scenes twist. And believe me, there will be twists. Now, here's the first shocking part. This was not supposed to happen now. Analysts, strategists, insiders, pollsters, everyone expected an autumn election. That was the plan, the expectation, the almost certainty. But instead, the Prime Minister ripped up the schedule and pressed the election button months early. And timing is everything in politics, so you have to ask, why now? Why jump early into the fire? The answer is simple: because waiting could have been worse. Much worse. Falling approval ratings, mounting economic pressure, the NHS crisis spiralling, public frustration, boiling over immigration, scandals building in the background like storm clouds ready to burst. The government wasn't just losing support, it was bleeding it. Think of it like being in a match you're losing, the clock is ticking down, you're behind, the crowd is turning, your opponent is gaining confidence. So what do? Do you wait and let defeat come quietly, or do you take one big risky shot before the whistle blows? That's exactly what the Prime Minister just did. He didn't jump, he leapt. And when he spoke outside number 10, his speech didn't sound triumphant or confident. It sounded defensive, almost pleading with the nation to trust him one more time. He talked about economic recovery post-pandemic. He highlighted falling inflation and attempts to control illegal immigration. He framed the election as a choice between stability and chaos, painting himself as the steady hand and the opposition as dangerous unknowns. But there was something in his tone, something almost apologetic, like a leader trying to justify why things didn't turn out quite how he promised. As raindrops hit his glasses and rolled down his face, he warned that switching leaders now would be risky, uncertain, and dangerous. But here's the problem. The public isn't convinced. Confidence in the government is at historic lows. People remember big promises, and they see the reality. The NHS wasn't fixed. It's drowning. Waiting times are breaking records. Doctors and nurses are stretched to breaking point. Families are travelling hours for appointments. Ambulances queue outside hospitals because there are no beds. People are tired of struggling, tired of being told things are getting better when their bills say otherwise. Inflation may have slowed, but the cost of living nightmare didn't magically disappear. Groceries are more expensive week after week. Rent is crushing. Energy bills are suffocating households, and wages, they're trying to keep up, but not fast enough for real relief. People don't feel improvement. They feel exhaustion. The Prime Minister tried to sound empathetic, talking to families, workers, students, pensioners, small business owners, trying to connect, trying to show he understands the everyday struggle. But the moment felt heavy, strained. like a man defending his record rather than inspiring belief in his future vision. And then, the moment that defined the tone, he finished the speech, turned around and walked straight inside number 10 without taking a single question. Not one. No press challenge, no scrutiny, no accountability. The door closed. The rain kept falling. Silence, a powerful image, and not the one the government might have hoped for. Meanwhile, the opposition moved fast. Labour leader Keir Starmer struck immediately. The Conservatives have run out of ideas, and now they've run out of time. A sharp, clean line designed to cut. Labour's strategy is clear. Frame the government as exhausted, chaotic, disconnected from reality and out of ideas. Starmer isn't promising a revolution. He's promising calm, competence, stability, a quiet repair job after years of political chaos. Labour is leaning on 3 pillars: rebuild the economy, fix the NHS, restore trust in politics, no fireworks, no fantasies, just a steady hand approach. For many voters, after years of turbulence, that might be exactly what they want. The Liberal Democrats stepped up too. Ed Davey was blunt. This is the chance to finally get rid of this out-of-touch government. They are aiming at Conservative heartlands. Seats where voters feel abandoned, but cuts to local services, overwhelmed hospitals, collapsing infrastructure. Their message is local, emotional, personal. Fix the NHS, fix communities, fix everyday life. Sometimes elections aren't won on big promises. They're won on small human problems. Then there's Reform UK. Loud, aggressive, unapologetic. Richard Tice, backed by Nigel Farage, is tapping into anger, frustration and disillusionment. Their message: tougher borders, lower taxes, anti-elite, anti-establishment, anti-Westminster. They may not win many seats, but they don't have to. All they need to do is peel away enough Conservative voters in strategic areas to cause real damage. That alone could reshape dozens of constituencies. In Scotland, the SNP sees this election as a battle for the independence dream. Westminster has failed Scotland, they say. But after scandal, leadership changes and political fatigue, they face pressure like never before. If they fall hard, the independence movement takes a hit. And yes, the Green Party is here too, speaking to younger voters, climate-focused voters, and those who want real environmental action. They won't form a government, but votes matter. A few thousand votes in the right seat can change the entire map. So now Britain enters campaign mode, Parliament is dissolved, MPs lose their titles, ministers stay only for essential duties, the clock starts ticking. 6 weeks, campaign buses, door knocking, rallies, radio clashes, viral clips, debate nights where careers are made and destroyed. Manifestos coming soon. Big promises coming soon. Attack ads coming soon. Polling shocks coming soon. Expect drama. Expect surprises. Expect panic. Expect bold gambles. The map has 650 seats. 326 means power. Anything less means deals, coalitions, negotiations, uncertainty. A hung parliament creates chaos. The markets shift. Currency wobbles. Businesses freeze. A clear winner brings relief. Even if some disagree with the result, clarity itself brings stability. So here's the big question: can the Conservatives survive? Some polls predict a Labour landslide. Others suggest a wipeout so severe it could reshape British politics for a generation. But remember, campaigns change things. One viral debate moment, one policy announcement, one scandal, one global event, one misstep. Elections turn on moments, and those moments are coming. The Conservatives survived Brexit chaos, a pandemic, leadership collapses, scandals, economic shocks. They know how to fight. Labour hasn't won since 2005. Starmer has never led a national campaign. Nothing is guaranteed. This is the opening chapter of a political war. Tomorrow we look deeper. The battleground seats that decide everything, the regions in revolt, the secret strategies, the digital warfare, the media traps, the polling tricks, the donor money, the pressure, the panic rooms, the whisper campaigns. The gloves are off. The stakes are enormous. This is not just another election. This is a turning point. This election will shape taxes, healthcare, education, immigration, and Britain's role in the world. Labour would likely raise taxes on the wealthy and corporations to fund public services. Conservatives would continue restrained spending. The NHS could see massive investment under Labour or tighter management under Conservatives. Education funding hangs in the balance. Immigration approaches differ sharply, and foreign policy decisions, from Europe to the US relationship to climate commitments, will shift based on the winner. Markets are already watching closely. A decisive result may calm investors, while a hung parliament could spark volatility, currency swings, and delayed investment decisions. The big question remains, can the Conservatives survive this? Polls suggest a Labour landslide, potentially the Conservatives' worst defeat in history. But elections are unpredictable. One scandal, one viral debate moment, one unexpected crisis could shift the entire race overnight. The Conservatives have survived over a decade of turbulence like Brexit, COVID, leadership turmoil, and they know how to fight elections. Labour hasn't won since 2005, and Starmer has never led a national campaign. Anything can happen in the next 6 weeks. One moment of brilliance, one brutal attack ad, one policy breakthrough that catches fire. This story is just beginning. Before you go, comment below. Who wins? Labour landslide, Conservative shock comeback, Reform chaos splitting the vote, or a hung parliament and coalition drama? And if you're not subscribed yet, now is the time. We're covering every second, every speech, every scandal, every twist, every breaking moment. Part 2 drops tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned. A history is happening.